let's work on fixing the flow of the animation. So we'll hide our NURBS curves right now, and let's hit play to get a feel of how our animation is looking and what's wrong with it right now when we hit play. Well, one major thing that is really off right now is the fact that the crate is being pulled back before the character is even pulling the crate back. So we need to fix that. What we'll do is stop our animation and go bring back our control curves. And let's start by selecting the crate. We'll go into our graph editor view and select the Translate Z and hit F to frame the F curve. And just FYI, if you ever wanted to see a better detailed view of your F curve, rather than selecting the key, for example, and hitting F to frame the key, what you can do is hold Alt, Shift, and right mouse button and click and drag either up and down, and watch what that does. It actually squashes and stretches the view of the F curve vertically. And if you want to do the same horizontally, you just hold Alt, Shift, and right mouse button and click and drag left and right. Okay, so this could really come in handy for one wanting to see a better detailed view of the F curve that you're manipulating. But what we'll do to fix this, first off, is make sure that the crate isn't moving back until the character is actually pulling it back. So that's happening at around frame 25. So what we can do is take this key on frame 1 and move it to frame 25 by either going into our either translate or rotate manipulator. Okay, we could go to translate, just hitting W on our keyboard and selecting this key and holding Shift and middle mouse button, clicking and dragging left and or right to bring it to 25. Or let me go ahead and undo that. Another way we can do that is utilize this text field up here, which tells us the frame that our selected key is on, frame 1. So if we put in a value of 25, notice the key goes to frame 25. So you have a couple of different ways of achieving the same result. Okay, so once that's done, notice now when we hit play, the crate's not coming back until the character actually pulls it back. So that's much better. Alright, but now if we go ahead and hide our curves and do a play blast to check out the flow of our animation, let's notice something right now. Let me go ahead and pause the video and render one off. And also, pretty much throughout the remainder of the play blast, I'm just going to pause the video and start the render with it paused. So I'm going to pause the video right now and render this play blast off. Here it is. Okay, so notice the animation looks robotic. Okay, so the character is just pulling the crate back, then there's a pause, and then he pulls it back again and then rises. And we don't want that type of feeling at all in our animation. We want it to look more organic, more natural. So the way to achieve that is to actually start adjusting some of our tangency. I'm going to go ahead and close out that play blast and bring back our control curves. We could start with the crate control and go into our perspective and graph view. Okay, just focusing on the Translate Z. And what we want to do here is basically fix the flow of this key on frame 35. We'll bring down the right half of the tangent handle, making sure we're in one of our manipulators, translate or rotate, so we could adjust this tangent handle and middle mouse button to click and drag down. Okay, and that's going to fix the flow of the animation to give us a better flow in it. Okay, so now if we hit play, notice the crate is coming back like we want it to. Okay, but there's still a few pauses in the center of gravity that we need to fix. So we'll go to the Translate Z, hit F, and make those changes we need to make. So for one, what we need to do is make sure that the character's hands are not coming off the handle as they are right now. So let's fix that. We could take this key on frame 35 and just shift and middle mouse button, click and drag upward till the arms are locked. And notice that the right arm is bending before the left, so we just need to, on frame 35, go to about a point where the right arm is locked but near bent, and then we'll go to the left arm, select it, and check out its rotate Y. Okay, so since it has a key there on frame 35, we could just go ahead and go to the rotate Y of our shoulder and just move up the left arm to the point where it's locked, similar to the right arm. Okay, so now when we scrub through, notice the arms are pretty much staying locked onto the handle there, and then we could even adjust some of our F curves here, like for the shoulder on frame 25, we could go ahead and bring down the rotate Y here and do the same thing for the right rotate Y. Just adjust the tangency, bringing this right half up, getting it a little bit closer. Okay, then we could even go ahead and go into our translate mode of our center of gravity and actually move up the character on about frame 30. So let's do that. Just move him up some. Great, so that his hands are locked but still on the handle. Okay, like so. And then we'll go ahead and take this key and adjust it so we get a better flow, no pauses in the animation as what we'd get if the tangency were, let's say, flat, as what we experienced before. So now when we scrub through, notice that's much better. And we still have some situations where our character's hand is coming off the handle, but that'll be fixed a little bit later on. We just want to work on the major fixes right now as far as the flow goes of the animation. So with these things done, let's go ahead and render off another play blast to check out our fixes. So I'm going to go ahead and render another one off. Here it is. Alright, great. So the flow is now fixed as far as the translate Z motion goes. Okay, notice we're not getting those pauses before, and the animation is much more improved because of removing those major pauses. And of course we do need to adjust the translate Y as well of the upper body as the character is rising up, but that will also be done a little bit later on. So with these things done, that does finish off this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to continue detailing the upper body.